My name is Zachary Foster. I am a firefighter and paramedic in Lynchburg, Virginia. I've been working in emergency medicine for over 15 years now.
We're going to move on to talk about breathing before we put it all together. Because remember, the whole point of CPR is their heart is not beating. Wow, man, you guys are doing great already.
And lack of normal breathing. After recognition, the rescuer should immediately activate the emergency response system.
So Sam talked to me in February at church and mentioned that he was going on this trip to Nigeria with the Jonah Inheritance and said he needed somebody to come and teach CPR. Understanding who I am, in my head I was thinking, no, there's no way I'm going to Nigeria. How do I tell him in a nice way I'm not going? So I ended the conversation by saying, I'll talk to my wife, I'll let you know. But I went home and talked with my wife, and she just looked at me and she said, why on earth would you ever even consider saying no? And so my wife and God really started working on my heart, and so I said yes. And one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life, because I got a chance to come over here to teach 36 very eager medical professionals here in Nigeria. So going into this trip, I knew that Sam helped co-lead a nonprofit foundation that had to do with his home country of Nigeria. However, I came here not knowing even what my expectations were as far as who I would be teaching or their level of eagerness and participation. And there was a passion and a desire to learn. They were eager participants. They asked lots of good questions. I told many of the classes that I taught, I feel like you guys brought me here to teach you, but I'm coming away from this experience with a lot of questions myself and having learned a lot, especially in a different medical context. One of the best parts of this trip has been to have lots of really good, long, in-depth, late-night conversations with Ruth and with Sam about the Jonah Inheritance, and not just the mission, but also just the dreams of what they have for the organization, but also for their home country of Nigeria. And so the idea of being the hands and feet of God in a practical way as a means to share the hope, the truth, and the beauty of the gospel, that's what I see in the Jonah Inheritance, this desire to getting down on your hands and knees with people and working alongside of them and doing life with each other. It's truly my blessing and my privilege, honestly.
The Jonah Inheritance is filling the gap by prioritizing continuous medical education. We're collaborating with our local partner to strengthen their CME programs so that local doctors, nurses, and allied health professionals can become more confident in their ability to provide the high-quality medical care their communities need.
For me, I would say this was a very wonderful experience because it has given me the opportunity to get that hands-on experience in an area which has always been dear to my heart.
Previously, I would go about the chest compressions without paying attention to the rate or the rhythm or even the age of the patient.
The training that I have received has helped me a lot even in my service delivery to patients. I feel today I am better off at handling cases that involve basic life support because of the training I have received from the Jonah Inheritance.
Our interaction as students with the Jonah Inheritance was more or less an impactful one that one can actually cherish for life. And then as a hoping physician in the future, the idea to become a physician is actually to help and to give out your services to the community. And then seeing these people coming, leaving their comfort zone to come down here, really tell you that there's so much more that needed to be done here. And then to be encouraged, despite the limited resources we have, we can actually use the limited ones we have to actually give out to the community as well.